Hello everyone, we have Ivan. So Ivan is the new Graveborn hero that we saw on the patch notes. Going to be an intelligence-based hero. Also going to be a support class, and the primary role is a buffer, so we're going to have a little bit of a buffer hero here. Let's start by looking at the ultimate skill called Spellbound. Ivan hides into the darkness and becomes untargetable while manipulating the allied hero with the highest initial attack rating as a puppet for 16 seconds. He sacrifices 10% of the current health of other allied heroes, granting the puppet a spirit shield equal to 2000% of Ivan's attack rating and the total health sacrificed. The spirit shield cannot be dispelled and can protect the puppet against control effects while under manipulation. The shield disappears when the manipulation ends. If the shield is broken, Ivan will manifest early and stop manipulating the puppet, though while losing 20% of his max health. While hiding in the darkness, Ivan can acquire up to 800 energy points. And then level 2, while being manipulated, a puppet receives attack rating and haste equal to 60% of Ivan's attack rating and 60% of his haste. And level 3, when manipulation ends, 100% of a shield's remaining value is converted into health and returned evenly to all allied heroes. If a shield is broken, Ivan sacrifices 10% of the current health of all allied heroes and replenishes a spirit shield equal to 2000% of Ivan's attack rating and the total health sacrificed. This effect can only be triggered one time per battle. So manipulating the allied hero with the highest initial attack rating, so it's going to be pretty important to have the right allied hero with the highest initial attack rating for this. And manipulating them as a puppet, also granting the puppet a spirit shield equal to 2000% of Ivan's attack rating. That's a lot of a percentage there. That's a very big percentage there for the attack rating and the total health sacrificed as well. And looking at the level 2 skill, they're including haste in this, which haste is a very important attribute to this game. Haste is probably the most important attribute you need. So yeah, having haste there is very, very important. I always like seeing haste when it comes to these skills here. And looking at the second skill, we have Art of Agony. This is a passive ability. Each time an allied hero other than a puppet receives damage equal to 5% of their max health, they recover 20 energy points for Ivan. Level 2, Ivan's energy recovery is increased to 30 points. Level 3, it's increased to 50 points. And then level 4, while being manipulated by Ivan, a puppet receives 6 additional points of crit rating for every 100 energy points Ivan possesses. So just Ivan gaining energy points for an allied hero other than the puppet receiving damage equal to 5% of their max health. Also, the puppet receiving 6 additional points of crit rating for every 100 energy points that Ivan possesses. So if Ivan has the most of his energy bar fill, the puppet will receive quite a bit of crit rating points here. And moving on to the third skill here, Skeletal Squire, another passive ability. Ivan sculpts one Skeletal Squire in the allied half of the battlefield every 5 seconds. The Squire inherits 100% of Ivan's initial attack rating, health equaling 300% of his initial attack rating, and 50% of his other attributes. The Squire dies when its health is exhausted or 4 seconds after it is sculpted. The Squire actively attacks the nearest enemy with 100% of its attack rating while taunting nearby enemies for 1 second during its first attack. When the Squire perishes, it deals damage for 300% of its attack rating to nearby enemies. When an allied hero dies, Ivan immediately sculpts a Skeletal Squire where the hero dies. And level 2, when an allied hero dies, Ivan sculpts an Enhanced Squire with double attack rating. Level 3, when an enemy hero dies, Ivan sculpts one Squire. This effect can only be triggered once every 5 seconds. When the Squire dies, Ivan will receive 200 energy points. And we have the first engraving skill here with level 4. All Squires' haste is further increased. When a Squire dies, the enemies damaged lose 300 energy points and are stunned for 3 seconds. So summoning Skeletal Squires, they appear on the allied half of the battlefield once every 5 seconds, so that seems like quite a few Skeletal Squires to spawn if they're spawning at once every 5 seconds here. But also, it looks like the Squire will die pretty quickly here, either when the health is exhausted or 4 seconds after it's sculpted. So max it can appear here is 4 seconds. So that doesn't seem like a long time. Overall, though, the Sculpted Squire looks pretty good. I feel like it could do some damage here. And let's look at the final skill. We have Captive Audience, a third passive skill. So we have 3 of the 4 skills here being passive. Each time Ivan hides into the darkness, he selects the nearest enemy hero as the audience. The selected audience then flees erratically in panic for 3 seconds. So it looks to just be some crowd control here with some terrify or, yeah, just the audience fleeing in panic. Level 2, the audience's defense rating is reduced by 35%, up to 35% of Ivan's initial attack rating. Level 3, the controlled duration of an audience is extended to 6 seconds, so doubling that period where the audience is fleeing. And we have the second engraving skill. When control ends, the enemy hero released from the panicked audience state has their haste reduced by 35 points for 8 seconds. So again, seeing that haste there, the haste reduction for enemies is very important as well. Also 35 points, that's pretty noticeable. That's a pretty noticeable haste reduction for 8 seconds as well. Yeah, that's quite a that's a little bit of a period. That is quite a long time. And looking at the signature item skill, we have the bone knife. The signature item skill is Soul Booster. When you unlock the signature item, when Ivan hides into the darkness, he sacrifices 2% of the current health of other allied heroes every 2 seconds and replenishes the shield for 90% of the total health sacrifice. Plus 10 increases the proportion for which the spirit shield is replenished to 120%. Plus 20 increases the proportion for which the spirit shield is replenished to 150%. And then unlocking at plus 30, when other allied heroes sacrifice their health, a puppet recovers 100 energy points. So that's quite a bit of energy points to recover there. I believe a full bar of energy is 1,000 energy points, so that's about 1/10 of the bar there filled. Overall, this is looking pretty good. I like this plus 30 signature item. That's definitely quite a bit of energy to for the puppet to gain there. And looking at the exclusive furniture, it's called Deadly Price. When you unlock the exclusive furniture at 3 of 3, when Ivan hides into the darkness, he sacrifices 8% of the current health of the audience every 2 seconds to replenish a puppet's spirit shield. For an equal value, the health sacrifice each time will not exceed 200% of Ivan's attack rating. And the 9 of 9, during manipulation, damage received by a puppet is reduced by 50%. So that damage reduction, also very important. Damage reduction is very important. 50%, that is quite a bit of damage reduction. So that 9 of 9 also sounds pretty good. Also replenishing the puppet's shield here when Ivan hides into the darkness. So yeah, that sounds pretty good as well. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the Arena of Trials here. I'm just going to go ahead and look at the wooden dummy in here, and possibly if the one Arena Guardian is up there, I'll go ahead and do that as well. Okay, we have the wooden dummy here, and we have the Arena Guardian. I will start with the wooden dummy just to see how the skills look, just to see how much damage they will do here. I'll turn on the auto battle just so I don't have to activate his ultimate myself. There we go. Following the hero here, becoming a puppet to Ivan. And those look like the skeletal squires right there as well. Yeah, they're appearing once every 5 seconds about, it looks like. There we go again. Him manipulating the hero with the highest initial attack rating, giving them the shield as well. Also, a good thing to know, he doesn't really move here as well, so he might be a backline hero, not really a frontline hero. Overall, looking pretty good. I'm not seeing too much here with his skills. He has 3 passive skills, so I'm not going to see a lot. So let's go ahead and look at the Arena Guardian. This is where I can choose my team here and see which heroes we have. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the two Awakened heroes, Awakened Thalia and Awakened Beta in here, just because they are awesome. They're just very good heroes. In the front line, I'm thinking Rosaline will follow Ivan, because that's when you have Rosaline in these, she usually follows the hero that you're testing out. Then I have a star for that healing, because I know that Ivan will probably take some health from the other heroes besides the hero he's manipulating, so I'll need a healer here, I think. So I'm just going to go ahead and battle here and see how well we do. Okay, we got the victory. The team went down very fast, and Awakened Thalia doing a lot of damage. She does a lot of damage, but that's not what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for the support aspect for Ivan. Ivan doing the most healing, doing quite a bit of healing, it looks like, as well. And yeah, overall, not really expecting him to do a lot of damage, because yeah, he doesn't have a lot of attacking. Most of his skills, like I said, are just passive. But yeah, that healing it's not terrible healing at all. So yeah, overall, I think he could do something. Just kind of depends on who you have as his puppet that he's manipulating. I think that will definitely that could make or break Ivan here. So yeah, definitely making sure that you have the initial attack rating of the hero you want to be manipulated the highest, just so you can get the most out of Ivan. Hey, if you made it this far into the video and haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. And there will be a video that YouTube thinks you would like to watch next, so go ahead and click on that video right now. And thanks for watching.